Going into your 20s is a wild ride.
And into your 30s, we're talking about life quarter crisis.
Well, we really don't know, so let's figure it out.
And together we are HalfABite!
So if you notice,
Yes, it's hard not to notice actually.
yes, the lighting and everything, so cute.
The ambience, the environment, the entire set.
Yes, we really want to thank you to Butter Space Studio. We will leave a link down below so that please go and follow them because really this space is huge.
And new!
Yes. So if you're looking for a creative space or studio, yes, please check them out.
Yes, thank you so much for giving us this space. Really, I think the change of set really helped us to really get comfortable. The entire vibe is more like our vibe.
Our vibe, yes.
And I believe you guys who are watching this would feel even more comfortable as well. However, we cannot promise to be able to record every episode in this environment.
So enjoy while you can.
Enjoy while you can. Well, today's topic is a girl's survival guide entering into your 20s and 30s. I think it's a very interesting topic.
Yes. So now I'm in my early 20s and Queen is in her early 30s.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think there's something in common that's why we want to share a little bit about that.
That's right. I am not sure how we have survived thus far, about 20 years of life.
30 years of life.
That's right. So we have survived and we're just going to share a little bit, like you said.
Yes.
I believe a lot of you would have the same, they're able to resonate, I believe. Right?
Two different generations.
That's right. So I hate to say this really, but it has been a milestone. Because
you should celebrate it.
That's what they said.
That's
what they said. Wow, it's the third decade of your life. You have lived on for 10 years, and another 10 years. So like I said, it's a milestone. It sounds very old. People like us, right? Or people who are going to start roasting us saying you keep saying you're old. You're not old, especially my friends who are in their 40s.
Actually,
50s.
even people like age 16 or 17, they have been complaining.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. But I know how it feels because when I hear you guys saying that you're old, right? I'll be saying, hello, what are you talking about? I am the older one. But again, I understand that the moment you say old, right, it's because you feel like you are aging at your age.
Yes,
you're
that's
feeling
true.
the oldness because you feel different, ma.
Definitely.
Every state of mind, body and everything, you're going through a different aging process. So I'm old at my age. You agree?
I'm old at my age.
Okay, fine.
In a way.
Fine, acceptable, all right? So yeah, we're going to talk about all sorts of different things today. I'm very excited to talk about it. I'm going to ask you a question. How do you feel like entering into 20s? It's just 3 years entering into 20s, right? How does it feel like for you?
I feel like it's so unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar.
Yes, that's the word. Because I feel like in a blink of an eye, I've already graduated for 7 years. Now I think about it. Yeah, I was talking with one of my interns yesterday and I was saying I've already graduated for 7 years. And entering into my 20s, it feels like a roller coaster because for us, it's like you don't know why you're here. Why are you in this industry? Why are you dating this person? Why are you here right now doing the podcast? It's all through life. It's just the flow of life. And sometimes I feel like very scary. Scary, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like there's a lot of expectations for the oldest child in the family.
You being the eldest in your family itself is a different situation.
Yes, and I feel like I have to do a lot. But I'm not sure what I'm doing a lot is what I'm supposed to do. If I think about it, right, imagine 10 years from now, I look back and say, why did I waste time on this? Why am I doing this at that age? Why am I partying so hard? Why am I doing this and that?
Are you partying very hard?
No. That's the sad part. I'm not. Because I'm afraid 10 years later, I might regret. But in a way also, in another perspective, it's like I want to enjoy my life. So it's like very unfamiliar. Like, am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? And I'm not sure what to do next. I think that's the age of 20s.
Correct. So 20 years old and inside your 20s, I believe what you're feeling now is very legit. It's very relatable. People
do you
can
feel like
relate
that?
way? Because when I was about your age, I was a bit lost as well. Yeah, so I mean, talk about 20s, right? So if it's me, let me just share about my portion. I will not forget that phase when I had entered into my 20s. Reason being, right, I can't wait to be an adult. When I was 18 and 19 or even earlier than that, so after SPM actually, so you start interning, you start going into colleges, university and whatnot. But again, you're not 20, you can't wait, you watch all sorts of videos, seeing all sorts of different things. You'll be thinking, it's gonna be adulthood, it's gonna be something that's exciting. I can't wait to enter in my 20s where I can actually get a driving license, I can start driving around, I'm allowed to drink alcohol where people won't really judge you that much, I'm allowed to go.
So it's like a card, license card for you to do a lot of different things.
That's right.
Unlock a lot of different things.
You can go into the clubs without people judging you, saying a lot of things, like going to snooker center. I used to be very like timid and all, like, okay, every time when I need to go to all these places, it felt like I was sneaking into places like this. When I buy movie tickets or whatever, that's
18 years.
That kind of thing. But again, another bigger point to me, right, is that I can officially get a boyfriend. I can officially date, and my parents are not gonna say anything about it. This is actually like a license to date, lah. In other words,
is it?
Yeah. License to date. I mean, for me,
For
lah.
you.
Back then, at my time, if you want to know more about it, you go and watch the Chinese podcast.
Yeah. So for me, it's more of like, oh, this is adulthood. Like,
I'm really lost. Like, oh,
yeah. Because for you, it's like you're anticipating, like, oh, I'm entering adulthood. And for me, it's just like after a few years, after 20s, because I think during my earlier 20s, which is like 20 years old, I was stuck in MCO. So it was COVID times. So I didn't feel like the adulthood is coming. So when I already entered adulthood, I'm still at home. I'm stuck at home. And I just felt like I didn't have that transition period. So like this year, I finally had that thought like, oh, so this is adulthood. Oh, you have to pay your bills yourself. Your phone bills, you cannot claim back already. You have to pay yourself, that kind of thing. For me, it's something, like that. It was like an instant...
Something new.
Yeah, something new.
Like a wake-up call. Boom.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm already here. Without me knowing that I'm here.
Like you suddenly just come and put into a situation. I feel you know why? Because at my late 20s, 28 and 29, that was when we had the lockdown, COVID lockdown. Exactly like you, I didn't feel like I had the chance to actually feel and even enjoy the last
few years
of my 20s.
That's true.
At that year, I couldn't celebrate my birthday. It's not because I couldn't. It's not like you don't have the space or the time or whatever. It's just that my heart, mentally, I'm not prepared
to celebrate your 30s.
To celebrate my 30s. And then, but then again, at this point of time, there are many people like my sister and also some friends around me. They say, hey, you should celebrate 30s. You have achieved so much. You have gotten to know yourself at this age. You know, gotten to know yourself this far. You have achieved a couple of things. Why don't you celebrate it instead of, mourning about your 20s, which is already a past and you can't do anything about it. You can start coloring your life from today onwards.
Yeah, but to be fair, we can actually just say like, okay, we just minus out the 2 years. So actually, you're 28 this year. That kind of, thing.
But let me tell you this, okay? Your body feels it.
That's very true.
Your body can feel it. Okay, like being tired and whatnot. Your body can feel it very instantly. And having said that, right, you feel like, you're no longer a kid or a teenager. You no longer feel like, okay, I'm allowed to be crazy. I'm allowed
so in your 20s, it's like you get the license to be crazy.
In
your 30s, it's like the license is revoked.
Another thing about being 20s, right, is that you feel like, oh, finally, somebody's gonna respect me as an adult.
You mean 30s?
No.
20s.
20s. 30s is way adult already.
Okay.
30s is when people will start asking you, when are you gonna get married?
I'll get to that later, okay? We'll get to get...
Oh, you get that already? Not yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, so yes, that's the thing for us. Like, you're no longer being known as a teenager. I thought it's going to be fun. Like I said, I can't wait to enter into adulthood.
Yes.
But when you are being robbed of the license, like what you said, it's also a different feeling. Like, I can no longer enjoy the privilege of being a kid. I can no longer get my mom to... it's no longer, Mom, can I get allowance?
Yeah. No more babying.
Yeah, talk about allowance, right? Our spending also very different, right? Spending power.
Very different, I feel.
Like what?
Like, for me, personally, I don't come from a very rich family or a very well-off family. And because I come from an international school, so I can see my friends around me, they can just spend like without thinking, without contemplating. And for me, it's very different. I've always been a very good saver or budgeter.
Are you?
Is that what you call it? Budgeter. like
Savvy lah, budget savvy person.
budget savvy person, because I don't come from a very well-off family. So since young, you know how we get ang paos from Chinese New Year, and then you know sometimes when you clean, and then your parents say, okay lah, this is your bonus.
Oh really?
And, this is your
parents do
bonus
that
at
to
home.
you?
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
so
I started
nice.
saving, and during that time, I really like this boy band called Icon, IKON.
Yeah.
So I actually save up to actually go to their concert when I was 16. So during that time, it cost me around 1.2K.
Wait, what is it? Wait, hang on. It's Rock Zone, is
Rock
it?
Zone, 1.2K.
It's very expensive.
Very expensive. Even for now, if you want to spend on 1.2K on a concert ticket, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Unless you really like that.
But it's still crazy. Nobody charges that high yet.
Okay, that's
For a
because
concert.
I was 16, so I cannot actually go there physically to buy concert tickets.
Yeah.
And I think when I was 16, the ticketing system,
Yeah.
it wasn't very much online.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to actually line up physically there to get the tickets and everything. So I actually spent it actually cost me around 1K for the ticket itself. 200 ringgit is for the person to help me buy.
But you had to queue up anyway.
No, not me. So I pay someone to help me to queue up, and I think she's older. That's why she has to transport and go and everything. And because my parents told me, if you want to go to any concerts, right, you have to settle yourself. Like I'm not gonna fetch you there to get tickets.
Additional cost.
And yeah, nothing. Okay, no additional cost. So I actually saved up 1.2K.
It's worth it lah. It's a great experience, right? After all.
During that time after the concert, I feel like it's a great experience. Now, few years later, I feel like, why did I spend that? That amount of money, I can go travel.
No, but think about it. You have gained that. Now you know lah. You learn.
Oh, 1.2K is for the concert ticket itself, and additional charges are like all the light sticks.
Correct.
It cost me around 1.5K lah in total, even with the album and everything.
Wow.
It's so expensive.
Fangirl.
Yeah, I was a
Fangirl.
very big fangirl of them.
Yeah. Never mind, I have to lah. I also spent a lot of money for idols. But again, you see, all these experiences are made to
Build me
build
somehow.
these are great memories that you could recall and say stupid things like, the stupid things I've done.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like what we always say, like, you know, you have to only spend if it's a good spending. Yeah, but for me, during that time, it felt like a good spending. So I feel like there's no such thing as good spending or bad spending. It's just how the thing brings you value. Like what you said, yeah, I enjoyed myself that night. I saw my idol, like the person I stand for so long. I was a big fan, and you know, when I see them on stage, I was so close to them. I even touched their hands.
Woo!
Yeah. So it was really a very good experience. Just that after a few years later, I don't stand them anymore. I think about it like, why did I waste my money? You know, that kind of thing. So there's no such thing as good spending or bad spending.
You're very rational. Actually, I also spent money on concert tickets before when I was in your age or even younger. I never regretted. I thought, never mind, save up, whatever. I actually had to buy a lot of things. I was a big fan of a Taiwanese artist called F4.
Oh, F4, Liu Xingyu, huh?
Yes. Liu Xinghua Yuan, Liu Xingyu. And even before that, Li Hong, Wang Li Hong. I spent a lot on them.
Even
actually.
I think you went last year or this year.
Last year also, Li Hong. But it was like, you see, like 20 years later, 15 years later.
You still remember.
I still remember vividly. What did I say? What did I do? And how crazy I was. But it was a great memory for me. Yes, and the money I spent, it was crazy as well.
How much is it?
Back then, I think tickets was a different era lah. Tickets for F4, I didn't get to watch it though, but I bought a lot of
You didn't
albums. I
watch it?
supported not the concert. Because I couldn't. So there's so many things. I've also spent, I think, about 500 or more. Yeah, lesser than you lah. I guess it's a different gen then, a different timing, economy also very
And
different.
because of Korean, it was uprising.
Correct,
Korean pop, K-pop.
Back then at my time is Taiwan.
Taiwan and Japan, right?
Taiwan, Japan, and US.
Oh, US,
Hollywood.
yeah.
It was a big
during
thing
my
for
time
us
was
as well.
when the Korean, hype up everything.
Correct.
Yeah.
We had Taylor Swift and all those things are going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, spending wise, it's crazy for you also lah. I think at your age, because you haven't started earning money, you haven't even started getting a job. Actually, some of your friends also just started working, I believe.
Yeah, but you know what I heard recently? They're like, we were talking about money and spending and everything. So there's this one friend, and she said something like, I don't worry so much because I know that I have money.
That means she's quite well off, is it?
More of like her family is very well off, so she can get passive income without even working.
Ah.
So she's working because she needs to spend her time lah, basically.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a
Nowadays.
different.
Kids nowadays.
I think even if they're older, they will be the same. Imagine passive income coming. You don't really have to
true.
work for it.
True,
so
true. That's very true.
It's just a whole new different life lah.
I know some friends who are like that also. Yeah.
So actually, when I entered in my 20s, I had a theory. I have a theory lah with my friend. So we were talking like this other friend he's a business owner, like an entrepreneur at the age of 20s or so. He entered entrepreneurship when he was 21 or 22. So he said something like this. He said, money is not, I mean, as long as you work, money will come. But the big how you work is the real question. Yeah. So for me, since then, I started to build my multiple source of income. So entering into my 20s, everybody around me should say like, oh, you should just, get a full-time job, just work, and then, your life will be pretty much settled. But for me, it's more of like, I want to go explore. I want to build my multiple source of income. So when I enter into my 30s, I can
settle a bit more, feel more comfortable.
Yes.
That's true. You guys are actually very smart. I would say Gen Zs are generally smarter than us. Smarter than our times because we were quite conservative. Like you guys have all sorts of different things. You guys grew up in a digital age where social media was a big thing.
Big data was a thing.
Correct.
Everybody get the info.
You already know how to work around it. And so like you said, multiple source of income, it is more possible than us back then.
Yeah.
We're not saying that we couldn't, because there are a lot of people who are very successful as well. It's just that I didn't know how to. Some of my friends didn't know how to. We didn't know how to take advantage of what that's happening at that time. So great that you have multiple source of income at that time.
Yeah.
I'm also very lucky because I found a job that I like.
Yes.
If it doesn't pay well or whatever, it's actually a lot of people are suffering as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so spending wise, I also have my my set of struggle.
Yes.
But actually, I think I'm also quite good at saving up, but very manually lah. Investment and all, right? I'm not very good. But I'm glad that my husband is. So he actually taught me a lot along the way, a lot of investment decision. He made it for me, or he actually taught me how to go through it. But again, what did I do very manually is I'm actually very traditional. I actually keep a ledger of my own, a manual book where I actually write down. Yes, a book. So what I would do every month, I'll keep receipts. Okay, very important for me.
God,
and also I do
receipts.
tax lah. I also do taxes. Because you're in your 30s, you have to pay your taxes. This is
Even
another
20s,
thing.
you have to lah.
Kinda lah, yeah. But then again, the taxes amount gotten bigger and bigger the longer you work. Every year they're gonna increase.
Yep,
correct?
that's
So
true.
the tax we're talking about is a big amount. So the bills are getting bigger. So with that manual book, right, that I mentioned, I actually get to count how much I spend exactly. Every penny, every ringgit, where did I spend? So one thing I realized, as I go across the year, I flip through all my books. The expenses, I always set like a cap amount. Like, okay, I'm gonna set a cap at this amount. Let's not spend more than that. But it's actually impossible as I grow.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, it's still possible, but now it's no longer.
Oh, really?
Because like I said, the bills are getting bigger. The commitments are much higher. And then your social circle. Your friends no longer want cheap food. When you go for celebrations, when you go out, they are looking for like a fancier restaurant. They drink, wine or whatever. These are the things that you have to spend on when
but
you
for
didn't
me,
get to spend.
I feel like expenses will never go down.
Yeah.
That's why I switched my mind from trying to save up a lot to why not I earn more. Yeah, because I feel expenses will only keep increasing. Like what you said, actually we feel it also at this age because everything, inflation, everything, is so expensive.
Correct.
And maybe last time you can get a set of meal for 10 ringgit, now it's 15 ringgit.
True. Yeah,
And
everybody is
there's no
suffering
point saving up to, try to chase this kind of economy. Yeah, so we try to earn more. I think that's why we pivot. The Gen Zs, we try to pivot. We try to stay in Malaysia and earn USD, these kind of things.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we try to pivot and make a way out of it.
Very forward mindset.
Yeah, it's because I think that we have the digital knowledge to help
Correct.
us, and we can always research.
This is very true because this idea, actually not just here lah, there are many business, business experts out there,
That do that.
investors, great ones. Nowadays there's so much online that teaches us all sorts of things. It's true, saving is no longer and just an option. It's no longer a smart thing to do. Last time when they gave you a piggy bank and asked you to toss your coins in.
Have you read the book Poor Dad, Rich Dad? That book?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, so apparently like that book, there is two views of these two dads.
Okay.
So the first poor dad is where they ask you to save up.
Correct.
Okay, so the poor dad is actually a medical student or something like that. So he teaches or something. Wow. So he has a professional position. But then the rich dad is the business one, the business owner. So the rich dad actually taught his son to actually invest. You have 10 ringgit, you invest 8 ringgit. It's more of like, but the poor dad is more of like, you have 10 ringgit, you save out 8 ringgit.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm a bit like that, I think. I was a bit of a poor dad until I started knowing more about being a rich dad. And then, like you said, earn more, spend more. But again, also I believe in doing both.
Yeah. The balance is very important.
Yes. And because our spending is wider, like I said, social circle, plus the older you get, the more maintenance you need on yourself. Beauty maintenance is a lot of money, guys.
Yes.
Talk about the products. I used to have just like maybe 3 simple things.
Now
Like
you need all the
toner.
serums, right?
Correct. And nowadays, I think marketing is doing very well, yeah.
I tell you, there's this brand
Capitalism.
that approached me
Correct.
and wants me to promote the anti-aging product.
At your age,
Yeah, and because people at my age now, 23, they already started on anti-aging. It's crazy. It's crazy.
My mom used to stop me. I think she made a point. Like she said, anti-aging has thicker products.
Yes.
That's more
I mean, like
formulated.
slowly, because you have to roll in
Correct,
to that era. To
It's
that
not so
age.
natural, according to what she says. So if you use it early, it's gonna fasten the process, or your skin doesn't have the defensive system or whatever to help yourself to build natural collagen. But again, like you said, yes, it's
I think
getting
there's
onto
a
us.
lot of new products.
A lot of alertness also.
Alertness and new products.
Especially in the younger people. So yeah, all these things are money we're talking about. But again, I think I'm more willing to spend on myself already. Last time I used to just keep until there's this mindset coming in saying that, hey, you earn money just so you can spend them, right?
Yeah.
You can spend them to be it on yourself, okay?
Like nails.
You're allowed to, I used to spend on nails also until once in a while I would
once
spend
in a
on
while.
it. And then
Like big events.
and then I would buy a lot of clothes. So last time, right, I only limit myself to buy, okay, you can only buy on festive seasons, okay? Because that's the
Mindset
teaching of my
lah.
parents, which I think is not wrong. Just that when you get older, right, there are more wants and desires. You want to buy more things.
Yeah.
You want to buy more makeup, more accessory. You want to buy things that you find it cute.
Yes.
Last time I'm like, buy this for what? I used to think twice, what is that going to be? Where can I put this?
investment is this?
Correct, but well, just for fun lah.
Yeah.
But don't be over lah. Don't be over.
It's not like you earn. Imagine you earn like this amount and then you overspend. That would be
Correct.
different lah.
That would be
but
not wise lah.
I believe that you have like a budget for you every month.
Correct.
Yeah,
I have
so-
a cap.
Yeah, you have a cap. So I think.
But I
just
often
spend
go over it nowadays.
a little bit.
Yeah,
should be
little
okay.
bit.
Should be okay.
Then I tell myself, okay, the next month you gotta grind harder, like you say lah.
So earn more to
yeah.
cover.
But again, right, I realized being in my 30s, right, I kind of I like to be blessed by gift. A lot of your friends around you, they would start to bless you with gifts, buy you more things. When you're around people, when you go to a certain place, or
Yep.
when you're people, you would buy food or whatever.
Yep,
It's
yep,
no
yep.
longer like last time when you were young and innocent, you didn't know about things like this. But now that I know, right, I tend to bless people because people bless me back. I like that feeling. But also, I feel like I can be generous, but at the same time, I cannot be generous, especially towards the people I don't like.
Of course.
10 ringgit, right? To a lot of people, it seems like little money, especially for economics nowadays.
Yes.
But for me, it could be like a lot of money when you
Don't like
lend
that
it.
person, and then you're like, why want to spend money on this person?
Correct. It could be like, then I'm like, oh, I'm mean. But in other words, like, okay, I'm old enough to make the wiser
Wise
decision
decision.
as to where to spend.
Yes.
I'm willing to spend on a lot of things, but there are also a
Feel
part
that you
when I don't
pick
feel.
lah.
Correct.
Definitely, I think it's a good thing that you're aware of that. If not, you just blindly give. And
Yeah.
these kind of people, I just like to keep my circle small also lah. Like imagine these people around you that they don't bring good to you. I mean, just let them go. You don't have to spend on them.
Lifestyle wise, also, I believe things have changed. You don't have to go to school anymore.
Actually, I hope that I can go back to school.
Really? Oh,
I love studying. I love studying.
oh, I didn't like it because of the homework, the amount of work we had
I
to do.
love homework.
Thesis.
I love it because I like the accomplishment after that.
Ah,
Like after you finish writing maybe a 8,000 words essay.
crazy! 8,000 words.
That
have
is
you?
that's my monthly
Your assignment.
assignment. Yeah, because I'm in a PR writing degree.
That's crazy. 8,000 words is
Yeah.
crazy.
And last time we didn't have ChatGPT, so to hit that target, it's like, oh yes, I did it.
Oh.
I did it. I wrote 8,000 words, and I love it when you know how the Word document there is like a label that
Yeah,
says how many
correct.
words you write,
Yeah.
and then when you go over 8,000, you're like, yes, I did it.
This girl is
I
crazy.
accomplished.
Yeah, but she's that kind lah. She's very goal driven, right? She's very goal driven.
I think so.
But for me, it's like finishing this task. Okay. So when I left that path, right, I'm very happy. Like, oh,
Finally.
yeah, that thing lah. So I'm very far away from it. But I also realized one thing. You know, the older you get, the more things you want to learn. But again, these things are your own choice. I can choose to learn this because I like it.
Yep,
Instead
yep.
of, oh, I do this because of the stability of getting myself a license or a cert, you know, into work, into whatever, getting yourself a better qualification. So yeah, lifestyle change, it gives you a different perspective towards learning and
Yeah.
life. And even lifestyle, lah, behaviors also. What about you?
For me, it's more of like in my during my teens. Okay, because before 20s is teens, right? During my teenage times, I didn't care a lot on health, well-being, mental health, or even like physical health. So I just tend to eat anything I want, and that's when I grew a little bit chubbier. And when I was entering my 20s, I became very mindful of what I eat. I started to take supplements. I started to work out a lot, and I am willing to spend money to work out. I'm willing to spend money on myself to invest in myself. So I started to go for Pilates, and people go like, oh, so expensive, blah, blah. But like for me, it's like I see the value in it. I want to spend on myself. I want to invest in myself. So this lifestyle is where I started to build. Like, okay, Pei Chi, you have to work out how many times per week? Not because what you want to show people, not because of what, but it's more of like, I want to build this lifestyle for myself.
It's a sense of achievement in you that drives you forward, I feel, for you.
For me, that's one thing. Second thing is more of like, I want a healthy lifestyle. Because a lot of sickness, everything comes from 20s.
Correct.
Yeah, all the roots of every sickness comes from when you're in your 20s. So I don't believe that people say, oh, you can only start taking care of your health when you're in your 30s, or you have to be more alert about it when you're in your 30s. No such thing. For me, it's like the earlier you start, the better.
So in my 30s right now, right? So what I've realized about myself in terms of mindset change is that I'm no longer a people pleaser. I used to be a person who pleases people, putting other priorities above mine. Yes, of course, I still do that sometimes. I mean, depends on the importance of things, priorities. But again, I put my well-being first. I try to. After talking to you, after getting to know you also, you know, a lot of things that you have inspired me a bit. So yeah, from there I realized that, hey, I actually please people a lot. I actually don't know how to say no. But now I know how to say no to certain things. I know how to say no to boundaries. I know how to say no to jobs that I don't feel like taking up. I can say no to gatherings that I don't feel like going. I can say no to pressure. For example, I don't want to take rides anymore. You know, roller coaster and all the exciting rides, the thrilling ones. I tell you, I don't want to go. I can go to Disneyland. I just want to see Disney characters. I just want to be a girl again, but not the rides.
So no more peer pressure. Like people tell you, go lah, come with me.
Right.
Last time you'd be like, okay lah, you know, you will give in.
Correct.
But now you're like, no, I don't want to.
No, I'm not going to give in anymore. I know how to say no. I really don't want to. Because my health cannot take it. My body cannot take it. My mental state of mind, I don't want to come down.
Feeling so exhausted.
Correct. And I do not want to go through that stupid motion sickness. Why do I have to when in proper life, in real life, you're actually going it, or you know, sometimes in the car you're already feeling it already. Why?
Why people want to do that to themselves?
Correct. And also another thing, like sometimes I have migraine or in pain or whatever, right? People will say, okay lah, I will just pull through this, I'll just bear the pain. No, I do not want to do that anymore. They said Panadol is very bad for health, whatever. I'm like, doctors give medicine for a certain reason. I'll take care of my health, but at the same time, at this moment, I need to treat it. I will take the medication.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would people not take Panadol? I mean, it's so...
There are a lot of people who don't do that.
Paracetamol, yeah, because they say, oh, my body can take it,
They think...
But I'm a Panadol girl, I have Panadol in my bag.
Me too.
To go Because I feel like we get
Go-to first aid kit.
because I feel we always get sick so
That's true.
easily.
She needs a lot of supplement, this girl.
Yeah, so like whenever we feel like, oh, I feel a little bit wrong, so I just take Panadol so that I can continue to work or continue to hang
Function.
out. Function is the word.
Because you force yourself a bit too much, I feel. You push through the day. She can start from 7 in the morning, keep working back to back, and then end the night with like what, a gathering or whatever when you need to go to a social gathering.
Yeah. Hey, but I said no.
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Yeah, I
Just
said no.
yesterday. After I tell her, I said, maybe you can try saying no.
Yeah. And then that's when I thought like, oh yeah, I can actually say no.
Yeah, but again, I think your battery level is still slightly higher.
Yeah,
At your
definitely.
age, she can still do things like this. But yeah, saying no is one thing to
But
learn.
I feel like because I said no, that's why I didn't have that spillover exhaustion this morning for this shoot. If not, I can actually still attend yesterday.
Correct.
But I thought about it like, what if the next day the spillover effect? It's so crazy.
Correct.
I don't want that.
And you're gonna suffer for the next 24 hours
Yes.
feeling that way, like a hangover.
like a
right?
hangover. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. No more.
And another thing I find myself having in the 30s, where you did not have in the 20s, is family planning, anxieties. Family planning, your career. Where am I? Am I at a stagnant stage? What am I doing right now? Am I at my career high? If not, what's going to happen next? You know, things like this that you have, the lifestyle change, the shift of mindset and values. And another thing, this is a trivia fact. I hate my friends who have kids, they start calling you aunties, but you cannot say anything about it. You cannot, I can still tell them to call me Tete, like, but then again, they no longer look at you that way because when I was at their age,
You
the
also
kids'
call
age,
people
correct, my
auntie,
mom's
yes,
friends
yes,
auntie.
yes.
So I have to accept that, I'm Auntie Queen, okay,
Auntie
take
Queen.
it, fine. Yeah, my friends' kids.
How old
call
are
me-
they? Like
They're very young lah, like
few-
1, 2 years
Oh,
old. Yeah,
okay.
3 years
Makes
old.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So when
they
they grow up around 10, you're already 40.
Correct. What about you?
If you think about it, what about me? Lifestyle change, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about. I feel like in my teenage life, I tend to take up everything myself. So entering into my 30s, I found the fun, this exciting thing called teamwork. Yes, because-
Exciting about teamwork.
because yes, because I feel like during like when I was 18, 19, I take up so much jobs and I feel like I don't delegate work. And I think like, okay, I can earn 10 ringgit for an hour. I'm just gonna take everything to myself. I'm gonna work until I die, that kind of thing. But now, if I think about it, imagine I have a team and I just take a little bit from each of them. I can actually sit there and do nothing. If you think about it, that's like a big business plan right there. I don't know. Just thought about it. Yeah, imagine you have a team of people that can work towards the same goal as you. That will be faster. That will be more efficient, and there will be a lot more new ideas. So that's one thing that I picked up when I enter into my 20s lah.
So forward-minded. I hope somebody would have told me that, man.
Like
So
yeah,
smart. Right? I wish somebody would have told me earlier.
I don't know
about
where I got this from. Maybe probably from LinkedIn.
it. Probably from LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Ugh. And then your passion also different, right? You got a different shift of passion and enthusiasm.
Yes.
You know what you want. But again,
Actually, I don't know what I want.
see, correct. This is the answer I want.
Yeah.
You should not know what you want.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like that I don't know what I want.
Yeah, because you're that kind of person. But you
Yeah.
are supposed to be that way.
Exactly.
Because 20s is the age and the phase of time where you're supposed to explore more. And then in your 30s, you kind of know what you want. And you can focus on one thing
Yes.
to pursue. But again, you are still opening up different...
Yes.
You are allowing yourself to open up different ventures and opportunities. It's still not too late. But again, at your age, you're supposed to feel that way.
I'm supposed to feel lost.
I feel you're supposed to feel like you're navigating, like you're on ways. You're trying to get you're trying to get to the destination, but it's okay to take a wrong route at your age.
I think last year was the craziest year for me. Last year when I was 22, that is that feeling where I don't know what's next. And I hate the feeling of not knowing what's next. I like to take things under control. So
Correct.
last year I felt like, I'm doing so much, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. So like what you said, if you actually reach your career highs or you felt like you reached your career highs, what's next? That feeling of, am I supposed to do this for the rest of my life?
You're just in your 20s and you're thinking
That's
about
the
things
thing.
like this.
Imagine you're already in this industry and you're doing this, and imagine, I think like in 10 years or 20 years, I'm still doing digital marketing. Do I want? So for instance, like digital marketing, it can be fun in the first few years. But after that,
Correct.
like, do I really want to do this for other people?
That's why I feel Gen Zs nowadays, right? They quit, without thinking so
without
much.
thinking so much.
Yeah, and then some of them say they cannot pull on or they cannot complete. I think they cannot work more than 3 months or 1 year. The sustainability is no longer there because they know what they want. They quickly shift.
That's
don't wanna
the
waste
thing.
time.
That's the thing. Like, I talk to like people older than me. They always say like, why you leave your job so fast? Why you want to venture so fast, so quickly? You can actually stay on for a few years. Then for me, it's like, I don't like it, I quit lah. What's the point of staying if you really, really don't like it or you feel very exhausted? I know few boomers where they can stay on a job for 11 years, 12 years, and even
They can.
15 years.
They can. Yeah.
Even if they don't like it.
Correct.
But how? For me, it's like a big how.
For them, it's like, I'm the sole breadwinner. I have to do that because I have a family to raise. For them, it's more about responsibility. And
But imagine
commitment.
15 years, 15 years back then, for them, they don't have a family yet.
No, but they didn't have the mindset. They were told what to do.
They were told. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a bit like us, but we're not that way. Like, we're way forward also. But you are like forwarder than me.
Forwarder.
That's why we have the different generation gap and thinking, right? Which is very interesting. So, like you said, 15 years and all. That's why our parents are grinding so hard. They can do one thing.
For the rest of their
For
life.
them, it's not about passion, really. For them, it's about, this earns me money. I can get money out of this. For them, it's more money driven.
Yeah, but for me, back to my theory, if you work, you will get money. But how you work is the big question.
What do you regret not doing at your
My age,
current age or when you were younger? God, not.
God, definitely. I
You're
feel
so young,
like-
but still you have a.
Of course. I feel like, for me, the first thing would be not actually grabbing onto opportunities when I can, because I do have a lot of auditions for dance, okay, because I love dancing. So last time I actually had a lot of opportunities to dance, to showcase my dance, but I always picked the back end roles because I feel like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Last time I'm not like that, okay? Like my confidence level was super low. And I didn't dare to do anything on stage. Anything on stage, not my thing. I will always go back end, but I love the stage. But just that last time I didn't dare to. And the second thing would be, if I had a chance to go back, I would pick a professional degree.
How is this not professional?
Professional as in a more like
Like
a
what,
doctor,
medicine?
medicine,
Law.
law.
Ooh.
I would pick something like this.
Right.
Because then I would have a choice to go into that professional line or
Or
do
not.
PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that.
PR is something you can pick up along the
Yes.
line. You don't have to really learn it, right?
Yes.
Just like me when I'm doing events, I didn't even learn about it. I didn't pick up that. But then that's something you can pick up along the way if you venture into it. So yeah.
So
I think you're good
I
at it.
feel like that is one of my regrets also. Because it's not because of my grades or what,
But if you're in medicine, you're still studying now,
I know.
But she doesn't mind writing
Yeah, I don't
8,000
mind, I
words
don't mind.
thesis lah.
Yeah.
Like I said, crazy girl.
And my bio is very good. I got A star for my IG. Yeah, so it's not because of my grades. I don't know why didn't I pick up like
It's still not too
medicine.
late. If you want to pick up, you can do it.
I'm already 23. Imagine studying now, it's 6 years from now.
Correct. And more.
And more.
My
and
friends are still
more.
studying.
Yeah, because they need to earn their PhD. You want to specialize in different things, so it's like crazy lah. I mean.
Back then, what happened was I didn't have the urgency because I keep thinking that I have time. I still have time, all right? I still can enjoy myself being in the 20s. I'm still young.
Yes.
I'm still acceptable in terms of every way. People will still look at me as, the girl who is very talented and full of potential. But again, I've missed out on, like you said, auditions.
Yeah.
And all sorts of things that I could have done earlier. I could have tried things out. But opportunities are not always there. Now, this is where I realized that. So back then, I missed out on so much auditions also, like you said. I gave up very easily saying that, okay, never mind, I can do this later. Procrastination.
Actually, I feel like I'm like that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like that too. Like if
You're feeling that now, which is true. This is what I'm feeling. So yeah, I'm telling you my piece of advice. If you want, you go for it first. It's okay to fail, all right? It's okay to fail. Maybe I would like to also fall in love a little bit more. Try out more different things.
Different
See how
dates.
is it like to different dates, more people, get to know more people, get connected in different ways. Know how is it like to fail. instead of being too careful. Yeah, things
Oh,
like
you were
that.
very careful with dating, right?
Dating not. Dating I don't know actually because I haven't really entered. I'm not really very careful in dating actually. It's not
Careful
really
in
that
like meeting people,
making choices.
making choices.
Not
okay.
relationship wise lah, but making relationship. I'm always very open to meet new people. I'm never picky because I love meeting people from all parts, all walks of life. But I'm very careful with my own life decision.
Understand.
Actually, not so much about careful only lah. It's more like I have the time. Yeah, I still feel like I have the luxury.
Take it slow. Yeah.
Correct. I feel like I have the luxury to make my choices, and so I did not go for it. So
Yeah.
this is something that I regret lah. Metabolism, hormone imbalance is an issue. Taking sugar, taking sweet stuff is an issue. I never had flabby arms back then. Now I have. Trust me, it's flabbier than this. Before this, I'm covered up, but flabbier. And don't draw attention to that. But last time, right? Yeah, it's just probably your tummy, but now it's different
Everywhere.
way. You're different.
Maybe your
My
body
friends-
is prepping you to, get pregnant.
I don't know, but my
It's
friends
true
are
lah,
going
it's
through
true.
that, and then your skin got drier. And then your health is very different hormonal levels. My friends are experiencing different things. So people our age, right, experiencing different things. If you did not take care of yourself, you know how long has it been that I have not taken any bubble tea?
Oh,
Bubble tea, bubble nai cha.
Why?
Really? Cannot. It's very okay. And another thing, my spice tolerance
it's low.
very low already. Last time I used to be able to take like a curry noodle, a bowl of curry noodle, fine.
But that one can train one.
No, last time okay.
Now cannot.
Now no longer already. My body will tell you have diarrhea, you start sniffing, and the moment you take
It's sweating a lot.
salt, yeah, things like that. Then you know that I cannot anymore.
Can you try bubble tea without sugar?
Nowadays can lah, you like
okay.
chachi and whatnot, but it's not bubble per se. But sometimes
okay.
like I still feel like
You
having
should
the
treat
luxury.
yourself. Some
I cannot really like coffee and tea. Last time I took like a very simple tea. It's just like a cotton bag tea bag. It just because of a little bit of caffeine content, I felt very uncomfortable
Oh
after
no.
that. So
Okay.
yeah, your
Your body-
matcha also, your body will tell you, you will react to it even if you say I want to, but
cannot.
your body cannot.
Yeah, understand. For me, it's more of like last time I can sleep 4 hours and still function perfectly well. But now, without 8 hours, I cannot.
I need my sleep.
Even 7 hours, 30 minutes cannot. 7 hours, 40 minutes cannot. I need my 8 hours.
Actually, doctors tell us to sleep 7 hours a day.
I cannot. My
Last time
body,
you
I
can
will
just-
feel very drowsy.
Drowsy,
Very like all
very
over the
off
place.
lah.
Very all over the place. I don't like it. And sometimes people force themselves to wake up and that feeling you get, like I cannot function.
Same
I'll-
here, I don't like that.
I really hate that. So that's something that I feel like even in my 20s.
It's good. It's good that you aware.
I'm aware
now.
lah.
You better be. Really,
It's
really.
crazy. Last time I like to tell people, I only slept 4 hours a day. Like that's a big thing to
used to
shout
roast
about.
people.
Yeah, we like to shout about that. Now it's like no 8 hours, no talk. It's crazy.
So for me at this age, right, I feel like there are a lot more things that I would like to venture. That's why we have this podcast. That's why I'm willing to try more things. Like I said, learning new things. Before this, it didn't occur to me that it was important. But at this age, because of the urgency, thinking that, I have to start building a family. I have to start planning my, finances well.
Oh, the
I have
life
to make
crisis.
correct life crisis. You have to make correct choices of life. You have to start thinking about your parents already because they're old, you have to think about their health, you have to think about your family, what does it do about my in-laws, about myself, about everything, it's so important. You have to start thinking about houses, investment choices, all sorts of things. It's very different. So, but again, opportunities, they don't come so easily anymore at our age. A lot of people will tell you it's still young. Yes, it is true. You're at a different phase of young,
Yep.
of youth,
Yep.
but again, there's still many things that you no longer are able to do. For example, like auditions that I've just mentioned, right? And even job interviews. Nowadays, they want age 18 until 27,
27,
right?
25, yeah.
So you know that 30 and above, it's the second choice of many companies.
The market
already.
is
Correct. And even myself being an MC, right? I have to constantly be in front of the camera or in front of stage. You know that because I have to constantly keep up with youth and my look and
Definitely.
whatever. And
To-
because there's so many competitors, younger ones
Younger
already.
ones.
And you cannot avoid them from being there. So you have to keep constantly upgrading yourself, right, to be a better person. You know, you stretch your potential, your talent.
I think that's for your industry. It's a very big thing.
Yeah, life crisis lah, my
yeah,
quarter life crisis. You?
Is it quarter?
Kinda lah.
Kinda like
30,
quarter.
If you're, yeah, kinda lah. If I want to live until 90 lah.
For me, my life crisis, right? I feel like it's not very big, because for me it's just like, do I want to get married? Because I feel like looking at how the economy is right now, looking at how my friends around me are talking about, if we were to enter into marriage at this age, a lot of other problems will arise. Yeah, so that's what basically for me I wouldn't want to step into a crisis. Yeah, that
So
would be
you're
my
very
crisis.
careful, not making a wrong mistake.
Yeah, because I feel like one choice can make a very big difference.
I think difference between Pei Chi and I is that when I said careful, I meant conservative. Being very conservative with my choices. But you being careful means I want to make a choice that will lead me to a right path.
Yes. Even because for me, my friends few of them are getting married this year.
Wow!
My age. So actually I think marriage is already something that we talk about.
Correct.
Even at my age, not really 30s, you know.
Yeah. But a lot of friends also, they get married very late already nowadays.
I think that's both like two sides of a coin lah. Because a lot of my friends are getting married at this age. Few
Also.
already got married, and some they don't want to get married so early. So there's like two sides of how they talk about lah.
Interesting.
You know, there's one of my junior. He's 21 this year. He already got married.
Got knocked up, is it?
No, it's perfectly
That's the
like
first
pure.
thing that comes
Yeah,
to mind.
that's the thing. We have this mind, like we have this concept, like okay, if you get married at this age, it's because you get
Knocked up,
knocked
yeah.
up. But no, they got married because they really want to get married.
But I mean, logically speaking, because you don't have the money yet, that's why you won't think about getting married at this age.
That's also two sides of the coin.
But again, like we talked about, 爱情面包, bread
yeah,
or money. So, for
some people they're okay with it.
Yeah,
they're
like,
okay to build their empire after.
correct.
Yeah, but for
Same.
us, we want to build our empire first before we get into anything serious, commitments. I feel like entering marriage is basically entering into another problem. So
It's a bigger responsibility, bigger
Problem.
commitment. Problems, yes.
Yes,
But
so
again,
lah.
when you get older, you will kind of know how to solve it. Unless we're talking about financial crisis,
yeah.
which is also a bigger problem.
Problem.
Debts and whatnot. Yeah, so all sorts of different things. All sorts
Yeah,
of
all
different
sorts of
things.
different-
Quick note to myself, right, is that at my age right now, I want to let myself know, if you're watching this in the future, and even right now, I want to tell myself that you are still a diamond in the rough. It's okay about the past, forget it, let it go. But I would like to focus on my present and my future.
yeah.
I would like to believe in this. I've watched this movie a few days ago, Forrest Gump. Not sure if you've watched it before.
Oh no, Eric watched it.
Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah,
did?
yeah.
All right, Forrest Gump is a very old movie in 1994, but it is very meaningful. So he said this, which I believe a lot of you also know. Life is a box of chocolate. It is like a box of chocolate because you will never know what you're going to get next, right? It's the assorted chocolate in a box. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to get next. It's okay. Explore.
Explore.
Do not let opportunities or anything your age restrict you from what you want to do and more. So yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to keep going, and I want to have a life that I can be proud of. What about you?
For me, just flow.
Ooh.
Flow with life. And one thing that I want to tell myself now, it would be manifest the things that you really, 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 really want. Because I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that whatever you ponder upon, whatever you think about every day, it will come. So that's how I've been flowing with life. Yeah.
I think that's good. Flow.
Just
You should
flow.
do that. You know what? Real talks, tough life, maneuvering. Oh, so hard to say that.
Maneuvering.
Navigating life and directions. It's not gonna stop. Like, it's an endless journey until the day you die.
Yeah, even after you die, you never know. What's next?
Oh my
Imagine
God.
you're like so goal driven. Like even after I die, I must do something.
Even
up
if
there.
I'm in heaven.
Even in heaven, I want to lead something. You know, that kind of thing.
Crazy girl, crazy girl. So yeah, you never stop struggling and enjoying also. So yeah,
Yes.
keep talking, keep fighting. Let's do this together as
Yes,
we explore
yes.
more. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you so much. Tune in for more and stay tuned for more of Half a Bite.
Bye.